turns focus to Chelsea's N'Golo Kante as a surprise inquiry has been made whether the player is available or not by the board of Manchester United. Welcome to United Social Television. Subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do air out on a daily. So early this morning, a lot of news has been coming in. We know that Manchester United is chasing for Jadon Sancho, but there has been a surprise inquiry from Manchester United to the Club of London, or the Blues, known as Chelsea, on whether or on the viability of their player called N'Golo Kante this morning. So it's a story that is making headlines all over, and let me take you to what the tabloids are writing, or the websites, or the famous news feeds that we do have here. So Goal says Manchester United make Kante move. And the Express.co.uk says Manchester United make inquiry to sign N'Golo Kante, with Chelsea willing to sell France Ster. And the Guardian goes in and says football transfer rumors, N'Golo Kante to Manchester United or Inter Milan. So I think the ball is already set, and N'Golo Kante doesn't want to be a Chelsea player anymore, although he has started the 3 games of this season that Chelsea has been playing. The one that they won against Brighton, that was 3-1. They went ahead to lose to Liverpool by 2-0, and they went ahead to draw with the West Bromwich 3-3 in that dramatic encounter whereby Chelsea was first behind with 3 goals, and then it came up and brought in the 3 goals to end the game into a draw that it wasn't well deserved for them, but they really put up a fighting spirit. But N'Golo Kante featured in all those 3 games that I've talked to you about. Chelsea has only 4 points in 3 matches. On the 9 points, they only have 4 points. So the big point comes in here that Chelsea is looking in for Rice. You know, that Rice defender who comes in from West Ham. He is the defensive midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder, and Lampard looks to be a fan of him, and he wants him to be at his club. Now, wanting him to be at his club, that means there has to be a midfielder, either Jorginho or N'Golo Kante, to leave the club. And guess what? The player who is targeted to leave the club is none other than N'Golo Kante, a man who has had a couple of appearances for Chelsea, but Manchester United have made an inquiry about his availability today morning to know whether he's available for sale, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is an admirer of N'Golo Kante, and N'Golo Kante is not having a wonderful time at Chelsea because they might have fell out with the manager, as it's rumored to be. So Chelsea are prepared to let the French star leave the club in this transfer window. Chelsea are very much eager to let N'Golo Kante find his way out their club. Inter Milan wanted to sign the 29-year-old, but sporting director Piero Aguero ruled out the move on Saturday. Kante has started Chelsea's first 3 games I've already told you about, but the Mirror says the Blues are prepared to part ways with the 2-time Premier League winner. He has won 2 Premier League trophies for Chelsea, plus the 3rd one he won at Leicester. And United have approached Chelsea and Kante's advisors regarding a move to Old Trafford. The Mirror claims Kante of his current 300,000 week salary if he's joined Manchester United. However, the midfielder is reluctant to leave Chelsea for less money. Kante has made 173 appearances for Chelsea since joining from Leicester in 2016. So I pass the ball over to you. Do you think Manchester United, or do you think the services of N'Golo Kante are urgently needed at Manchester United? Because Manchester United has just signed in a midfielder in the names of Danny Van Beek. So I have my reservations with N'Golo Kante because he's not that defender that we need. United just needs a defender who will sit in front of the back 4, and that the likes of which kind of player? Which kind of player does United need? We really need a defender who is going to do that job very well, because we do have very many box-to-box midfielders. The same applies to N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante does not have discipline. He's good at running, he runs all over the field, but you won't tell him that please stay in that position. I don't know why United is making a concern or a turn to get N'Golo Kante. I don't see his importance at United. If it's beefing up the squad, we have very many midfielders, but they almost look the same. The only people that differ are Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, oh, I'm sorry for that. The only people that differ are Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, and Danny Van Beek. But Freddie, Scott McTominay, Nemanja Matic, they are almost the same defenders that we have at Manchester United, midfielders that we have at Manchester United. So I see no reason for Manchester United going into a player known as N'Golo Kante. I don't find it interesting for me. I think we should rather focus on getting a centre back, a left back, and a right winger. So I think we are so much covered into the midfield. And what makes our midfield look shaky is because we have midfielders who make a lot of movements. They can't stand in front of the defense to give it the cover that is needed. So that's the problem I'm having with the signing of N'Golo Kante. I see he's not any different from these players that we have, unless Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going for experience and he wants to make it a big second appearance in the Champions League with a very big bang when he goes into there. But for my case, I don't find N'Golo Kante an interesting signing for Manchester United. I think Manchester United should concentrate more on signing a centre back, a left back, and a right winger, as they are in for them the likes of Alex Telles, Jadon Sancho, and Upamecano. So I think I'm not fancying that signing. However much the news is letting it out like that, but I'm not really into the signing of N'Golo Kante at Manchester United. Him becoming a Red Devil is not something I will welcome as me, Rokani, at United Social Television. It's something that really not. I see. Why do you add? It's like someone has 7 or 2 or 4 pieces of chicken on his plate, yet there is someone else who doesn't have. Why do you go and serve in more pieces of chicken to the person that has close to 5 pieces of chicken and leave the other one who has just 1 or 0 pieces of chicken on his plate? So I think when you are serving, if it's chicken, I think our defense has less pieces of chicken. We should get that 1 piece of chicken, and that is the centre back that is needed at Manchester United. So I'm not saying that N'Golo Kante is not a fantastic player. He's a fantastic player. I like him. I like his work rate, but he's not the player that Manchester United needs. He is not the player that Manchester United needs. So, and he differs from Thiago Alcantara, because one will say that, why did you do a video and say that Thiago Alcantara would have come at Manchester United? Thiago Alcantara is a very much disciplined midfielder. He will sit in behind or in front of the back four, and you won't see any void. Whenever he's moving, he makes his movements very calculated. He makes calculative movements. But N'Golo Kante is the man. His strength is in chasing the ball or running all over the field. I think he's one of the Premier League players who has covered the most distances in the Premier League ever since he joined it in Leicester. So don't quote me badly that N'Golo Kante is not a good player. He's a fantastic player, but he's not what Manchester United needs in midfield. The midfield of Manchester United is well covered and it can go ahead. If at all we never had Danny Van Beek and Bruno Fernandes, we never had Danny Van Beek for the entire season of 2019-2020, and Bruno Fernandes just played half season of the 19-20-20 season. So, but we delivered to the 3rd position. You get? And we never lost any game ever since Bruno came in. So I think the problem is not N'Golo Kante. It's not the midfield. The problem is the right wing. The problem is the left back. Left back, Luke Shaw looks good, but he really needs someone to sit in for him, especially when he gets an injury, because you cannot depend on Luke Shaw for your entire season. His injuries come in where you best need him to perform for the club, and that's when he gets injuries. So, and the centre back, Because you saw the defense of Manchester United versus Brighton. We are letting in very many goals. The first match we conceded 3. The second game we conceded 2. We are letting in so many goals. United has the capability of scoring goals, but we should minimize on the way we let in the goals that go behind our goal. So I pass the ball over to you, 2 people watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share this video such that it goes to every Manchester United fan out there that United have turned focus to Chelsea's N'Golo Kante, and an inquiry has been made by Manchester United whether the player is available. Now, you have the right to go into the comment section and tell me whether you think the signing of N'Golo Kante is needed at Manchester United. Is he an addition to surplus? Or he's an addition to where it's needed? To me, I think he's an addition to surplus at Manchester United. So I want to see, guys, what you think about this transfer of N'Golo Kante coming to Manchester United. It's rumored that Manchester United have turned focus to Chelsea N'Golo Kante. A surprise inquiry has been made to see whether the player is available for Manchester United. So I'm waiting for your comments, guys, about this story of N'Golo Kante wanted by Manchester United, and Inter Milan has ruled out that they are not going to sign that defender, and this has been let out from the mouth of the sporting director of Inter Milan that we are not into for N'Golo Kante. So do you think N'Golo Kante is that player that Manchester United needs now? I'm waiting for you guys to tell me. As you prepare your thoughts to bring them in, let me tell you this, that earlier this month, Chelsea boss Frank Lampard dispelled rumors that Kante will leave the club. So this is what Lampard came out and said, that I think pretty much every club in the world would want N'Golo Kante. He was on BBC Radio 5. I saw those reports as well. He was an incredible player. He's an incredible player, and I certainly don't want to lose him. That's what he said. He continued and said, he's fundamental to what I'm trying to do. We can obviously talk about the attacking players we have, but someone like N'Golo Kante and the work he does in the midfield, it is a difficult year for him. It was a difficult year for him last year because of the injuries. He came into the season with an injury, and it was a domino effect throughout the year, which he hasn't had, and has probably the accumulation of game for him. So I'm really excited to have him back on fit. He looks fit and fresh at the moment, so he's a big deal to me, and of course I want to keep N'Golo Kante. Kante could become Manchester United's second signing of the window if he were to complete a move up north. Danny Van Beek is the only player that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has signed this summer, and N'Golo Kante is the player that United is looking at to sign next. But we all know that Jadon Sancho's bid is being made today, as Matt Jude is on plane to go to Germany and discuss all these issues to get them done. Thank you for watching United Social Television. I'm out. See you later. I want you to see your comments into the comment section below, telling me about N'Golo Kante. Surprise inquiry has been made, or the surprise inquiry that has been made by Manchester United on his availability in Chelsea. I'm Rokani. I'm out for now. See you later in our next story.